Magician jumped okay, so too did Mount Gatatri, and also Amaglow staking down on the rail. Here's the first coming up now, and all jumping it pretty successfully, and hard to pick the leader with staking on the inside now, joined and headed by Nullarbor Knights, who pricks his ears at the second jump and put in a lovely leap at it. And it's Nullarbor Knights the leader over staking, moving up Mexican Sage and Shenaki fired up on the outside. Prince Keystone going towards the leaders as well when they come to the next hurdle in the race. Back behind these horses then, at the head of the others came Kid Galahad on the outside of Amaglow, Benbara Knight, Logician over on the outside, then Mount Gatatri, followed by Mountain Affair behind it as Super Finish, then trails Normanby Road, and turning out of the straight last of all is Planet Hollywood. 8 hurdles to go, they head to the riverside, and Nullarbor Knight's the leader, a little over 2 lengths in front of Prince Keystone, Shenaki settling better third. 3 lengths away in the field then came Mexican Sage from staking, 1 around the outside Kid Galahad from Amaglow, a length Benbara Knight, 2 Logician when they go to... Oh, Shenaki's dipped, throwing the rider up in third placing. Shenaki threw the rider off. He was able to scramble away under that running rail, it appeared. So, going past the 1,800 metres, Nullarbor Knight's a length, Prince Keystone, third placing Mexican Sage, then the riderless Shenaki when they go to the next hurdle. Next, Amaglow, Kid Galahad, and staking getting up on the inside, 2 lengths further back, Benbara Knight, a half Logician, 2 lengths then to Mountain Affair. Mount Gatatri and Normanby Road a good way back from Super Finish, and Planet Hollywood still last of all when they jump that hurdle. And heading past the 1,400 metres, the leader is Nullarbor Knights, about a half length in front, Prince Keystone. 5 lengths away, Mexican Sage, and a similar break then to Kid Galahad. 1 Logician on the outside of Amaglow at the next hurdle, a length to staking, followed back behind it then by Mountain Affair, starting a run from Benbara Knight, Normanby Road when they go to the hurdle inside the 1,200. Then Mount Gatatri has got passed by Super Finish, and Planet Hollywood is still last, and he's starting to ride it along, and it's spotting them a very long start. At the 1,000 metres, 3 to jump. Nullarbor Knight's giving a good display at his first start over the hurdles. Leads Prince Keystone, and Mexican Sage has been right on their hammer all the way. 3 lengths away then came Logician, who's very hard ridden. Kid Galahad inside it, followed by Mountain Affair, who's picked up a bit of ground, and then there's a long break to staking in Normanby Road from Benbara Knight, a gap to Super Finish, a long way back Mount Gatatri, Planet Hollywood, and dropping out Amaglow last of all. 2 to jump, and this riderless horse still in the field and up with the leaders. Prince Keystone has gone to the front. Prince Keystone leads Mexican Sage, Kid Galahad. Nullarbor Knights has gone, and he's dropped back about 6th. Logician is starting his run round the outside. They're into the straight now, and Mexican Sage moving up to take the lead from Prince Keystone. Kid Galahad wider out as Logician, and then Benbara Knight with about 300 metres to go and 1 to jump. Mexican Sage the leader. Kid Galahad and Logician are grinding home strongly. Prince Keystone is beaten. Here's the last one coming up. Oh, he's gone, Kid Galahad. Kid Galahad, when taking the lead, fell, and that leaves Mexican Sage clear from Logician and Benbara Knight coming down the outside. Mexican Sage against the rails is clear from Benbara Knight, and Mexican Sage in these famous colours is going to win by 2 lengths to Benbara Knight out wide second, Logician third, then staking, followed by Mount Gatatri and Prince Keystone, who weakened the last furlong. Behind it to finish was Mountain Affair, followed then by Normanby Road, a long break to Planet Hollywood, who never came into it, followed by Nullarbor Knights, who weakened very badly, Super Finish, and Amaglow was last to finish, and the rider of Kid Galahad.
It goes to his stand. And they're off. Donahue from the inside missed it by more than a length. Hangman didn't jump speedily, and Cool Attack was the first to break the line from Say Good Morning and Strange. And then She's My Sunshine, closely attended by Donahue and Hangman, and wider out on the track next is Super Carla, followed by Baron Shelley, a length and a half, then coming Apache King. Instructions has caught out very deep, and about 2 lengths to Covenant. On past the 1,200 metres, and Cool Attack leads the way by nearly 2 lengths on Say Good Morning. About 3/4 to Strange, a couple of lengths further off is She's My Sunshine, and then Baron Shelley around Donahue. 2 lengths to Super Carla. Hangman getting back a little now, followed another 2.5 away by Apache King. Instructions wide out, and Covenant close up on the fence. Onto the side now, coming along to the 850, and Cool Attack in front. Say Good Morning getting closer, sitting at the girth of the leader, and will be in front, I'd say, very shortly. In fact, right now, Jimmy Cassidy allowing Say Good Morning rein, and the filly slides to the lead 3/4 of a length morning, Cool Attack, 6:50 to go. Strange tracking the 2 leaders, followed 3 away by Donahue and She's My Sunshine. 2 lengths to Baron Shelley, Hangman hard ridden from Apache King Covenant. Super Carla second last, Instructions last as they race to the corner. And Say Good Morning again joined in front by Cool Attack. And around the corner with 400 to go. Say Good Morning. Again, Jimmy Cassidy goes for her. He looks confident, had a peep to the left to see what was coming, saw Strange. He thinks, Jimmy, that he's got Cool Attack beaten and down past the 200. Say Good Morning about a length on Strange. Cool Attack third, nothing else a chance. Say Good Morning in front. On the outside, Strange racing very, very greenly. Is only about 3/4 from the favourite, but Say Good Morning, he's going to win. Say Good Morning beat Strange, very erratic, and probably should nearly have won the race. Cool Attack third, Covenant fourth, Apache King fifth, the long gap Donahue, and then Baron Shelley, Hangman. Another 10 or so lengths to Super Carla, Instructions, and She's My Sunshine was at the tail of the field.
Leads by a length in the early part. Northern Glow is going quickly shortly after the start, and the Irishman is showing speed. Moresby just behind them. Upheaval Status Symbol, both a little bit wide. Super Marathon is next on the rails. Quick Return, Son of Posey getting back, and Prince Navajo immediately drops to the rear as they head into the first bend, and York is starting to just relax a little bit on Joyful Princess, and the Irishman sprinted up on the outside to go to the lead. Upheaval going up quickly, and Status Symbol is going up quickly a little bit wide. Joyful Princess now finds herself fourth over on the rails on the inside of Northern Glow. Vale Kingston is in that bunch as well. 1-2 Super Marathon and Moresby together. Quick Return improving on the outside, going up 3 horses wide. Then Son of Posey and Prince Navajo's last. On the home turn, they've got 450 metres left to go, and it's the Irishman in front of Upheaval and Status Symbol. Joyful Princess just behind them, looking for the way clear. Northern Glow is next on the outside there, starting a run. Quick Return. Moresby behind them with Super Marathon. They're well in the straight with 300 metres to go, and it's Upheaval surging to the lead. Upheaval is just in front of Northern Glow, the outside. Just behind them then is Joyful Princess, who's looking for the way clear, and Quick Return is charging on the outside. Northern Glow in front. Quick Return is coming up to Northern Glow. Quick Return, Northern Glow. Northern Glow's kicking on the inside. They're drawing to the line. They hit it or head bobber. Could go either way, this one. Quick Return on the outside and Northern Glow. Anyone can win this one. Just behind them, Super Marathon, followed in by Upheaval, and then Joyful Princess. The next one over the line there was Moresby, the Irishman, Vale Kingston, Status Symbol. Well back was Prince Navajo, and Son of Posey, the last one over the line.
Just as our army guest is ready. So Amber Boy to link along. First of 3 races to be contested down the straight course at Flemington today. So Amber Boy, the one to move along. It'll take the number 12 gate. Just now Basta climbing back aboard. And the field is ready to go. All set. Iska drawn 1, right against the outside rail. Yeah, Jester stood well. Off they go. Iska began well. Kilgull gone out reasonably. Miratech looked to be a shade slow. They're splitting here and going to the inside of Contracts and Amber Boy, the only 2. Out on the grandstand side now, and Gold Valley showing plenty of pace and has gone to the lead in company with Iska. Just behind them is Blue Danzig, followed by Ken Rose close to the middle of the track, and Follow Gold. They're followed by Kilgulgan, who's being very hard ridden, followed by Our Jester, and back behind those is Land Attack. Zagalet a good way back in the field over there. In fact, it's last of all in company with Miratech and Sturrock, and our army guest coming down close to the middle of the track. On the other side, Amber Boy is up with the leading horses well clear of Contracts. They're reaching the 300 metres now, and the leader is Gold Valley from Blue Danzig, and Iska's going to ease off the leader's heels, and not far away with the 150 metres to go is Follow Gold. But now Iska's moving up quickly to Amber Boy. Iska takes the lead from Gold Valley. The favourite filly is clear, and Iska wins it by 2 lengths to Gold Valley. Follow Gold got up for 3rd. Then came Blue Danzig. Amber Boy didn't run a bad race on the other side from Contracts, and then Kilgulgan. Lazagaletta never came into play, and they were followed further back in the field by Ken Rose, our army guest. Land Attack was there, followed in by Sturrock. Miratech towards the end, and Our Jester was last of all. Iska, the winner, number...
Say Good Morning, number 1, Jim Cassidy, beat 5, Strange, and 12, 3rd, Cool Attack. Ready now. Second in Sydney. racing, and the small field jumped as one, and at the end of 100 metres, Princess Lyra shows out as the leader, about a length or so on Zaquita. Third position taken by LA Longe, and going up rather speedily on the outside is Bossy, and plenty of pace on now as they go along to the 1300 metres, and Bossy to the front narrowly from Princess Lyra. LA Longe drops in a couple of lengths away, followed by Kay's Regret, Grey Bell, and 3/4 and wider out on the track is Zaquita. On towards the first corner near the 1100 metres, and Bossy leads the way a length on Princess Lyra, 1.5 to LA Longe. Racing with a mouth.
Correct weight, Flemington.
3/4 Zaquita wide. Racing in the middle next is Kay's Regret, and over on the inside is Grey Bell. Only about 6 or 7 lengths covers the half-dozen runners onto the High Street side of the 850, and Bossy leads the way by a length and a half on Princess Lyra. Similar margin to LA Longe, followed by Kay's Regret. Zaquita deeper, and on the fence is Grey Bell. No change in the order. 700 left to gallop, and Bossy in front, getting a little bit wide, and now Princess Lyra shooting up on the inside to take over again from Bossy. Wider on the track is Zaquita, followed by LA Longe, and over on the inside is Kay's Regret, and keeping Kay's snookered at the moment, or actually Kay's Regret one off the fence, and keeping Grey Bell locked away, but there's plenty of room for Grey Bell now as the jockeys go a bit wide, and straightening up, and Princess Lyra got away here about 2 lengths or so, and Zaquita wider out, and LA Longe immediately under pressure, and then Grey Bell. Princess Lyra's rider Bobby Alyssa pulls the whippers. Here's Jimmy Cassidy aboard Zaquita, looming up ominously, and both fillies very, very wide out, Zaquita and Princess Lyra. Zaquita, Princess Lyra, Grey Bell coming home late, but all too late, and Zaquita's going to get the money. Zaquita wins at a long neck, Princess Lyra, Grey Bell third, and wide out's obviously the place to be here. LA Longe didn't go on, neither Bossy, and Kay's Regret was last.
Repeating correct weights there on race 2.
Of Success is showing speed. There goes Sprinkler on the outside. She's moving up, but she's trapped about 4 wide, and she's racing hard. She's over racing as they head into the first bend, Sprinkler. Demata's just behind them. One picking up ground on the outside is Heart of Angels, followed by Mother Brown and Paris Sky. Essential Angel is next. Roderer over on the rails. One to Courting. Ledenda and Demika have drifted back off the speed. Getting well back there is Barunga on the inside of Our Lullaby, and dropping to the rear as they approach the corner. Voicemail on the bend. 500 metres to go, and the leader, Image of Success, crosses over onto the rails to be a length and a half in front. Mrs. Geiger second, Spirited Girl third, Demata's to fourth on the outside. Sprinkler under a fair bit of pressure, 5 lengths off the leader at the moment, and over on the inside is Mother Brown. They've got 250 metres to go. Image of Success is the leader, leads by a length on Mrs. Geiger. Demata's going to be the one. She's putting in strongly on the outside, and Barunga is getting clear and charging home late. Demata's going to Image of Success. Barunga is coming at Demata. Barunga went to Demata. Barunga's got up and won it. Barunga first, Demata second, Image of Success third, Calling, flying home fourth. Then Demika, followed in by Ledenda, and then Roderer. Voicemail was next, Mrs. Geiger. Further back in the field came Mother Brown, then Spirited Girl, Our Lullaby. Well back, Paris Sky, Essential Angel. The favourite compounded in the straight, Sprinkler, second last, and last home, Heart of Angels. Barunga.
Quickly out wide on the track. Flying Collie, he's back to the tail, and Jester Chester, she's off, have got speed early. Right on top is right there with them, and so is Raja Jazz and Tornero. Dantiara couldn't get across them off, and it's inside from I'm a Star, Major Dundee. Flying Collie on the inside, and Talak Angel outside of her. So they move along the far side of the course now, and the leader was She's Off by a half to in second placing Tornero with 1200 to run. A length and a half, nearly 2 away, Jester Chester getting a lovely run on the inside of right on top, who's nicely positioned. 2 lengths away to Raja Jazz, and off and a half the inside now gaining ground. Flying Collie tracks are through. Dantiara's had no luck. It's been 3 deep throughout. In the centre, I'm a Star. And the last pair now are Major Dundee racing on the outside of Talak Angel. They're onto the side of the track now, and the leader was She's Off by about a half neck. In second placing on the outside to Tornero. Jester Chester moves to third, off and fourth the inside right on top. Flying Collie drives up behind those with Raja Jazz, and Talak Angel's made a run with them. Further back in the field, Dantiara now ridden along as they quicken and race by the 600. Further back to Major Dundee, and they were followed by I'm a Star. Round the home turn, She's Off is still defying them. A half 3/4 in front, Tornero being tapped up. Over on the outside there came Jester Chester, off on the inside, and further back then Flying Collie being called upon. With it was right on top, Dantiara, Raja Jazz from well back, but Tornero took over. She's Off's gone. Jester Chester runs to third, Often was next, and then Flying Collie, who's not doing a great deal at the moment, and then Raja Jazz running on, and Dantiara's getting going when the race is all over. Here's a go. Tornero in front, Jester Chester. Dantiara's coming with Raja Jazz. Dantiara, Raja Jazz. Ooh, Dantiara, Raja Jazz over Jester Chester and Tornero. Then off and followed further back by Flying Collie, Talac Angel, Major Dundee. I'm a Star back in behind those. And so was often pulling up very quickly as they come back into my view with She's Off after showing good speed, weakening back towards the tail of the field and right on top.
Is ready. Oh no, Sainara's rider's out of the saddle there, out behind the line, so we'll wait Luke Curry to climb back aboard Sainara. Hang on now, something's... It's spring again. Tuscany Girl began fast, and Londolese with Jingle Bells are driving up towards the front as well. Sly Sandra on the improve over on the outside, going past the 1,200 metres, and they're followed by Hit and Run, Aboutsky, Brook Road. Miss Marnie Mara a good way back, followed by Showery and Miss Perron about 4 wide, and last of all, Sly Sandra works to the lead now at the 1,000-metre mark, well off the fence. She leads 2 lengths or more to Aubrey, half a length to Jingle Bells, 1 to Londolese fourth, and then Tuscany Girl on the inside of it, spring again. 1 further back is Hit and Run, 2 lengths to Brook Road, followed by Aboutsky. Showery over on the outside in company with Miss Marnie Mara, and Miss Perron's last when they came to the home turn. 6.50 to go, and Sly Sandra still about 3 to 4 lengths in front of Aubrey and Jingle Bell swinging the corner. Londolese moving up on the outside into 4th placing, followed by Hit and Run. It's spring again. They're followed by Miss Marnie Mara over on the outside, and Showery in the gold cap, the widest runner into the straight. Sly Sandra the leader, but now Jingle Bell's cruised up on the outside. Aubrey a length and a half away under the whip. Londolese next from It's spring again, and a gap to Hit and Run. Miss Perrona's a good way back with 250 to go, and Jingle Bell's the leader. Jingle Bell's over a length in front now from It's spring again. Londolese battling. Miss Perrona still coming. Jingle Bells in front. Sly Sandra coming again the rail, and Miss Perrona still coming. Jingle Bells in front. Miss Perrona's diving at a late. Miss Perron got to the lead right on the line, I'd say. Miss Perron just beat Jingle Bells in a close go. Sly Sandra third, followed by Hit and Run. It's spring again. Brook Road out wider. In behind those was Aubrey, followed by Londolese and Showery, a gap to Aboutsky, and then Tuscany Girl and Miss Marnie Mara. It's a photo. 6 has got it. Miss Perron.
They're off this time. Perfectly level. Start 2. Look Sharp immediately to the front, about 3/4 of a length or so on Racket. In 3rd position as they settle, Don't Disturb, and travelling 4th is Selepic, followed closely by Mr. Honey, 2 lifted, 3/4 Sweet Lucy. Look Sharp down to the 850, leads a bit more than a length on Racket. Don't Disturb a half length away on the outside. Selepic is travelling 4th, another length back, 2.5 Sweet Lucy. Mr. Honey on her inside, and 3/4 to a length further back is Lifted. Along past the 700 metres, and the country galloper Look Sharp shows the way. A length Don't Disturb, a neck rack at the inside, and a length further back is Selepic, followed by Sweet Lucy, Mr. Honey, and Carmody's got the whip on Lifted, who's now dropped out a conspicuous tail ender. And again, as they come round the home corner, all the jockeys are going wide, and Look Sharp the leader. Don't Disturb at its girth on the outside, clear of Racket, Selepic, followed by Sweet Lucy. Don't Disturb puts his head in front from Look Sharp, and Bobby Alyssa going for home on Don't Disturb. At the 200, Don't Disturb a length, Look Sharp Selepping, followed by Sweet Lucy on the outside. At the 100, and Don't Disturb is doing it in grand style, in no danger. Look Sharp second, Selepic third, and that's the way they'll finish the race. An easy win for Don't Disturb, nearly 3 lengths to Look Sharp, third Selepic, 4th Sweet Lucy, then came Racket, second last Lifted, and last of all was Mr. Honey.
They're racing this time. Great start too. A bit of a dancer out wider now. Mr. Coachman both fast away. Unishack is showing speed. Kapalua Beach began nicely. Planted Zam is handy. Cloning and Shining caught in prominent position shortly after the start, although it did seem as though Cloning just got checked there and dropped back a length or so. McCarty's Girl is next on the inside. A length further back to Bass Strait. Charbon Prince Legend drifting back off the speed. Speed is very genuine here. Getting back is Free Kick, and Vo is last of all. Our Mr. Coachman Coachman in front. They're heading into the first turn, 950 metres to go. Our Mr. Coachman by 3/4 of a length. Unishack is running second. Kapalua Beaches to third. Bit of a dancer on the outside of Planet Zam. Then there's a break of 2 to Cloning, who's racing inside of Shining Court. Bass Strait is next. Getting back is Charbon on the outside of Prince Legend. McCarty's Girl is well back in the field. And then Vo and Free Kick, 600 metres out. They're approaching the corner. And it's Our Mr. Coachman by a neck. Unishack is second. Planet Zam is one away third. Kapalua Beach is hanging badly on the corner. Bit of a dancer is just behind them. Cloning next on the rails, looking to work to the outside, and one to Shining Court. They're well in the straight, 300 metres to go. Our Mr. Coachman in front of Unishack. Bit of a dancer coming home strongly on the outside, and Cloning getting into the clear, giving them about 3 lengths, but coming after them. Our Mr. Coachman just in front. Unishack's kicking in the middle. Bit of a dancer on the outside, driving at the pair of them. 100 metres to go. Unishack and Bit of a dancer. Bit of a dancer, Unishack. They hit the line. Bit of a dancer. Bit of a dancer by a nose on Unishack, and Our Mr. Coachman probably third. Then Charbon running on. Bass Strait next, then Planet Zam. Cloning plotted at the end. Vo never got in at the last bit. Prince Legend was next. Further back in the field, then came McCarty's Girl, Free Kick, Shining Court and Kapalua Beach.
Please note, Stephen.
Tabaran. Jockey bailed out, and this horse is putting on a turn here. Jockey's okay. Jason Holder, no problems. They might need to back this out though and check it out. It is down in the stalls now. Very quickly, Tivlos has surrendered. It's on the outside. Jondralad taking narrow lead from Lord Mitch. Celestial Body can't go on. Dibble's Daughter having trouble getting a run. Jondralad in front. Jondralad draws on to score a length to Lord Mitch. Dibble's Daughter third. Fourth, Celestial Body. Tana's Lad time to try Ship of Dreams, and Tivlos tailed out.
Quite bright conditions at the moment. I was a little hazy looking over towards the start. Fair way away at the 1,000 metres here at Belmont. Now, one of them still out behind the lineup. Dame Cavalier looks to be the one. Racing first up today. Got a host of newcomers in this. In fact, I think there's only 2 that have raced before. So we've got 11 newcomers. Starter not up yet. Difficult to see how close we are to a start.
And Magic Music and Chili's both away quickly. Lorenza a bit slow. Southlands jump well. Gladden is coming across in company with Meccano in the early stages. But Magic Music is the leader. Chili's is up second. The favourites are 1-2 as they come along towards the 800 metres, and Variety Star is just behind them closer to the middle of the course. Southlands directly behind Chili's there. Wider out is Akarana, Meccano and Gladden closest to the middle of the track. In behind those is Matadores, followed by Lorenza and Miscontrol back last of all. They're coming down to the 600 metre mark now, and Magic Music is the leader. She's staying well off the rails. Chili's is just inside it in second placing, and Meccano's perhaps moved up into third, closest to the middle of the course, clear of Akarana and Variety Star. Then a gap to Southlands, who's under the whip, so to Matadores, and then Gladden with 300 metres to go now, and Magic Music over on the outside, just in front of Chili's and Meccano running a bit of a race, and they're well clear of Southlands, Gladden and Akarana. Magic Music against the outside rail in front. Chili's and Meccano, who's just died on a run a little bit. Magic Music tackled by Chili's with 100 metres to go. Magic Music and Chili's, this is a ripper finish. Magic Music just for the nose in front of Chili's. They hit the line, and Magic Music, I'd say, just beat Chili's. 3 lengths away third is Meccano in front of Gladden, and then Akarana. Back behind them Southlands, another long break then to Matador Rest. Variety Star dropped out. Lorenza second last, and a bad last was Miscontrol. Photo.
Number 9, Magic Music, $2.
Duda, and then comes Rhythm and Flow, Flag Carrier, House of Chimes, followed by Lady of Snows, and a length and a half to 2 lengths further back in the field is Starfire Gem. Sinduda leading, and at the 650 has a break of a length and a quarter. Flag Carrier. Wider is Pat 2, closely followed by Rhythm and Flow. Off the track, Wiggly Woo, then Kiwi Bonus, House of Chimes, Lady of Snows, and 3 lengths further back is Starfire Gem around the corner, and Flag Carrier coming up on the inside of Sinduda to hit the front. Third is Patu, followed by Rhythm and Flow. Lady of Snows getting up inside Flag Carrier. Down to the 250. Flag Carrier headed off by on the outside. Patu, and Patu draws clear. Rhythm and Flow into second. Posse. Flag Carrier will run second last, but it's Patu revelling in the ground. Rhythm and Flow second. Then Wiggly Woo, Starfire Gem getting home well, but Patu will win easily. Patu a length and a half to Rhythm and Flow. Third, Wiggly Woo, followed by House of Chimes, Starfire Gem, Lady of Snows, Flag Carrier, followed by Sinduda, and Kiwi Bonus was last to complete the course.
Clear-cut leader. He's a length and a half in front. There's Loafer going quickly on the outside, moving up to be second. A length away third is Boldly inside of Emerald's off. Major Victory trapped a little bit wide, so he's hustled forward in the early part. Kaminga's next on the inside of Arctic Venture. My Swagman. Blakehurst a little bit wide. In between horses is the Roman Rodent, then Diva's Gold, and Razor Shout is last of all. Byrne returns the leader as they come down the side. He's pulling pretty hard. The jockey's got his feet on the dashboard at the moment, and it's Byrne returned by a neck. Second on the outside is Loafer. Boldly 1.5 away third, securing a beautiful run on the rails. Major Victory as a neck back fourth, one out. In fifth berth then is Kaminka, racing inside of Emerald's off, and Arctic Venture now pulled out 3 wide to go forward. That forces Blakehurst about 5 wide on the bend, heading for the judge now. 400 metres to go, and it's Byrne return a half in front. Loafer immediately under pressure on the outside. Here's Major Victory running into it. Boldly is just behind them on the rails, and then Kaminka, and further back Diva's Gold. Byrne return in front. Major Victory's going to be the danger. He's the threat. He's coming after the leader. It's Major Victory going to the lead. Loafer's coming again. Loafer's kicking again. Loafer lifting Loafer, and he's got the money. He was gone to the world, but he's kicked to win it. Loafer first, Major Victory or Boldly in a Fado second and third. Razor Shout next. Then Diva's Gold, followed in by Byrne Return, the Roman Rodent. Well back was Blakehurst, My Swagman, and then Arctic Venture, Emerald's off, and Kaminka the last one home.
There it is now. And they jumped almost at the same time, and what are the best away? Lucky Day on the inside. XL Pilot, Miss Harndorf, Suitors there with those from the heavyweight. Calorays and wider out Palace Lord as they race down to the 800 metre mark now, and a new leader, XL Pilot, took over. Second is Suit the outside. Miss Harndorf, the centre. Lucky Day, the rail. Back in behind them, but wide was Calorays. Back to the inside, the heavyweight, and deeper still around them was Palace Lord. XL Pilot led by 3/4 length margin over Suit in second placing. Miss Harndorf is nicely positioned, close handy third. In behind them, Lucky Day as they link up into the course proper at the 400. Wider out Palace Lord is putting in a bit of a finish in the heavyweight, and then Calorays. Miss Harndorf heads XL Pilot. Suitors now called upon to make its claim, and wider out Palace Lord is still niggling away. 200 out, and it's Suit getting to Miss Harndorf, and further back on the outside, Calorays in the heavyweight. Miss Harndorf and Suit. Suit is responding to some hard riding hands and heels now. Suit draws about a half in front. He's too good. Suit wins by a half length to Miss Harndorf. The heavyweight third, Palace Lord a close fourth from Lucky Day. Calorays, XL Pilot. He was a long last.
Now, Winter Wonderland to come up into the gates. Will be the last to link in. Winter Wonderland to the outside, and they're all ready. Set to break. Race 5 of the day. Russian Spy the inside. All set now. And intended getting in with Show Talk. They're off now. And Russian Spy a little slow to move. Show Talk one of the first out. The favourite Starlegs jumped away quickly. Triple Jenner's going to the lead in the early stages over Prince of Luca, Dynamic Tycoon, Bombast, and up there too Highland Gathering when they sort themselves out now. Winter Wonderland improving out wide. Russian Spies on the rails a little worse than midfield. Heading to the 1600 metres, and Dynamic Tycoon over on the outside is working up to the lead over Triple Gin, who's booting back to hold the rail. A length and a half away in third placing is Recount from Prince of Luca and Highland Highland Gathering. 2 lengths to Bombast outside Star Legs. Another 2 lengths break then to Russian Spy, who follows the favourite. Head away the outside to Winter Wonderland. 2.5 to Show Talk. 2 Kalina Raffin. Our Summertime is a good way back in the field, followed by Obscenic. And back last of all is Arc Oriosa going past the 1200. And Dynamic Tycoon leads about 2 lengths. Running second, Triple Gin. Recount the outside. 2 lengths, Prince of Luca fourth on the inside of Highland Gathering. 1.5 away to Star Legs on the inside of Bombast. And then Russian Spy on the inside of Winter Wonderland. Another length in the field then to Obscenic, starting a run 3 deep around the outside. Followed by Show Talk, Kalina Raffin, Arc Oriosa and Our Summertime last of all. At the 800 nearing the turn, Dynamic Tycoon. 2 lengths, Recount under pressure. Triple Gin ahead away the inside. Moving up Highland Gathering around the outside of Prince of Luca. Winter Wonderland putting in a spurt as they came to the turn, and Obscenic is coming right around the outside of them. Star Legs has got shuffled back a little over on the inside, looking to get off the fence and come into it now when they sweep the corner. And Dynamic Tycoon first into the straight from Obscenic wide out. Triple Gin the rail. Now Star Legs has got the run through the pack to come after them. Russian Spy went to the outside. In the straight, Dynamic Tycoon still the leader. He's 2 lengths in front of Star Legs, who is hard at it trying to reach the leader. Obscenic is wider out in third. Prince of Luca running on from Russian Spy, and very deep Kalina Raffin. Dynamic Tycoon the leader. Star Legs still a length and a half away. Has to dig deep, but Dynamic Tycoon is still going. Here's Kalina Raffin, Prince of Luca, but Dynamic Tycoon is still in front, and Dynamic Tycoon wins at 2 lengths. Kalina Raffin second. Prince of Luca a nick away third. Star Legs fourth. In behind those, Bombast, Obscenic, and they were followed by Arc Oriosa, and behind those in the race was over on the inside Show Talk there. Triple Gin was next, and they were trailed further back in the field by Our Summertime. Russian Spy found the job first up beyond him, and then came Highland Gathering, Recount and Winter Wonderland.
Number 5.
Star in company with Zodiac Star, the first 2 away. Commencing well, Shin Can See with Red Knight. Not far back is, at this stage, Fashion News. Costanza making ground along the rails from Bystander, Kenworth. 2 or 3 lengths to Molokai Express and a couple to Blazing Forest. Zodiac Star and now Red Knight on the inside are matching strides, and down to the 600 they go, with Red Knight drawing about a neck on Zodiac Star. 2 to Fashion News inside of Shin Can See, and about 3 to Costanza, 1 to Bystander, and 2 to Pistol Star, dropping off now after a good jump, and then Kenworth, Blazing Forest, and last is now Molokai Express as they swing into the straight. Zodiac Star the outside, and Shin Can See coming up on the inner, and between them Red Knight feeling the strain at about 5 lengths to Fashion News. Shin Can See and Zodiac Star to the 200. Shin Can See got the better of Zodiac Star, clear of Red Knight, followed by Fashion News, but Shin Can See ridden from behind today and is streaking clear of Zodiac Star. Blazing Forest from a mile back will get third, but Shin Can See wins it impressively from Zodiac Star. Third, Blazing Forest, followed by Red Knight. A gap then to Costanza, Fashion News.
.145. They're set to jump. Lee stands up well. King Lotto's well behaved. This is always a great race, the Castlemaine Classic. It's been won by so many great horses over the years. The inaugural running of this race was won by Romantic Dream. Beats Around and Family of Man. Set to go. They're racing. Now the inside lease began okay. Curio Jade dropped back shortly after the jump. Forrest is going to lead as they settle down now and run through the first 150. It's Forrest the leader. Vardolele's to second, and Liana is a neck away third over on the inside. Forrest just trapped a little bit wide, so he's going to have to let him slide a little bit. King Lotto's back to fourth, then Mossman on the outside, Lease on the inside of Traditional, then Curio Jade, or Traditional is getting his head up in the air again, and Stanzag drops to the rear. Now Forrest is in front, and immediately the jockey puts on on the brakes. Vardalele moving up onto the outside of Forest. A length and a half away third is Liana. Mossman is next. Pushing through in the centre there is King Lotto, followed by Lease. Lease within about 4 lengths of the leader. Traditional just seemed to drop back. He was over racing. Stanzak is over on the inside, and Curio J whipped them in. Coming down the side now, 700 metres to go. Forest in front of Vardalele. Liana's one away third. King Lotto fourth. Mossman having a wide run. He's 3 deep, followed by Stanzak. Lease is in between horses. Traditional is up on his outside, and last of all is Curio Jade. 4 lengths covers the field as they run to the bend, and with 450 metres to go, it's Forest just in front of Vantalele. Mossman on the outside coming up to them. Liana's just behind them, followed by King Lotto, who's shouldering into Traditional. Lisa's shuffled back to last with 300 metres to go, and it's Mossman going to the lead. Mick took him to the front. Mossman got away a length in front. Vantalele running second, then Forest. Traditional on the outside. Lise can't get a go at them. Curio Jade running on. Mossman in front. He's starting to feel the pinch a little bit now. Here comes Lease. Lease is flying. Mossman in front. Lease diving at him. No, couldn't get him. Mossman has beaten Lease. It's a photo for third. In that photo, we have Vantalele in company there with Stanzak. Stanzak may get third. King Lotto's wide. Curio Jade is wide. Next in was Liana. Then Traditional, and Forest last home. Wait for the judge to post the numbers.
Straight. Starter holds them. Foxhill handicap, but there's the light. They've jumped this time. Musty Rose missed it a half length or so and beaten for early speed Imperial Kingdom. Back there with it was Talk to Me on the other hand. Spot the Demon came out running the little grey to be a leader. New Tune out wide, and between them Spirit Level. Yellow Limit has gone to 4th. Wondermere to 5th. Princely Guy was next. Around the outside, Stylish Led from Vain Luskin, followed by Kiora Sun. Next on the inside, shading it now, was Musty Rose. She's gone through along the rail from Eastern Harvest, who was thrown the head about. Now He's a Clone is doing likewise. Racing very ungenerously. Imperial Kingdom's inside of it with Talk to Me between them, and a length and a half away. Last of all is Checkpoint Charlie, the Northern Galloper, as they move to the 1400 along that far straight, and the leader was still Stylish Led. Shows the way out about 2 in front of New Tune. Third placing at the moment, Spot the Demon. The leader put the brakes on. New Tune had to steady and check off its heels. New Tune is second. Now round the outside, Spot the Demon as they shuffle. Spirit Level's on the outside of Wondermere, and then came Yellow Limit, who's tracking a little wide. Further back in the field behind those Vain Luskin on the inside, Princely Guy, Eastern Harvest as they take onto the side at the 1000. Further back in the field, Musty Rose from He's a Clone. Then Kiora Sun with it on the inside. 1.5 to Imperial Kingdom, followed further back in the field by Checkpoint Charlie inside of Talk to Me. They're on the outer track for the long run home shortly, 800 metres out. Stylish Led took over and cleared out to lead by 2.5 and is now quickening just steadily. In second placing, New Tune. Third is Spot the Demon, but under some pressure. Wider out, Spirit Level sticks on. Eastern Harvest running a bit of a race. Yellow Limit is now being popped. It's Question. Imperial Kingdom back inside of Wondermere, who's hard at it. Vain Luskin is next, and then came Princely Guy. Further back, Checkpoint Charlie, still about 8 off them. Wider out, Kiora Sun, Musty Rose getting past by that horse. And that Yellow Limit has cruised to the front now at the 300. Got about a half to Stylish Led and Spirit Level. No other dangers just at the moment. 2.5 away to Eastern Harvest, but inside the 200 metre mark, it's going to be the tougher star that'll get the money. Yellow Limit is the leader. A length in front, coming again on the inside, Stylish Led, and here's Wondermere when the race is nearly over. Yellow Limit slapped to the line, a half in front, and that's enough to score. Wondermere second, Spirit Level or Stylish Led for third, and a photo from Eastern Harvest, Kiora Sun, Princely Guy. Further back, Checkpoint Charlie, and they were followed further back behind those then by New Tune, and then came Imperial Kingdom. Back in turn behind that division was Vain Luskin. Eastern Harvest not far off the place getters as a...
Off they go now, as again, if anything, a fraction slow over near the outside. Nap Hill and Bradley's Lane hustled out of the stalls. Hereditas into stride very quickly. Noble Deed is running towards the front when the post came up the first time, and then Sterling Emblem on the outside. With a little over 2,200 metres to go now, and heading into the turn out of the straight, Nap Hill just the leader to Noble Deed, steadied at the bend. Hereditas a length and a half away third, and Sterling Emblem is fourth. 2 lengths back in the field, Chase Me Charlie racing on the outside of As Again, and then came Razor Razor Count. 1.5 Bradley's Lane and Neck Future Shock. About 2 or 3 lengths then to Navajo Flash and Gull Polaris last when they went past the 2,000 metres on the riverside. Nap Hill holds them out. Noble Deed a neck away second. A length and a half Hereditas with a cushy run third on the inside. Razor Count circling them, going up to fourth on the outside, but 3 wide, and Sterling Emblem between horses. Couple of lengths away to Chase Me Charlie. 1 as again, a Neck Future Shock. 3 lengths then to Bradley's Lane. 1 further back as Navajo Flash and 3 Gull Polaris. At the 1,600 metres now, Noble Deed up on level terms with Nap Hill. A length away in third placing Razor Count. Sterling Emblem racing 3 wide, but in fourth position. Over on the inside, Hereditas a couple of lengths away to Chase Me Charlie. Another 2 lengths break in the field as again, who races on the inside of Future Shock, and then Bradley's Lane. On the outside of him is Navajo Flash, and 2 lengths to Gull Polaris, who whipped the field in, heading to the 1,200 metres now. And Noble Deed just put the bib in front, drew a neck clear or so from Nap Hill. 2 lengths to Razor Count third. Hereditas with the run of the race fourth on the inside, and then 3/4 Sterling Emblem, Chase Me Charlie going up. Future Shock following it into the race, followed by as again Navajo Flash, and then Gull Polaris and Bradley's Lane. The rider's earning his keep on that one. He's niggled at it the whole way. It's last of all now as they swept down towards the 800 metres, and Noble Deed still about a neck in front. Nap Hill with the rail and Chase Me Charlie working into it at the outside, followed by Razor Count, Hereditas on the inside when they came to the home turn. Then Sterling Emblem, who's under some pressure when they swept towards the bend, as again in a bit of trouble trying to get out of that position on the rails when they swept up towards the corner, and Future Shock is next and getting to the outside, then Navajo Flash at the bend, and Chase Me Charlie wide out has raced up and gone to the lead. Chase Me Charlie first into the straight over Razor Count. Navajo Flash the outside. Hereditas down on the rail, and as again is next. As they came past the 400 metres, Chase Me Charlie tackled by Razor Count, who's burst through near the inside to hit the lead. Navajo Flash on the outside of these, and they're nicely clear from Future Shock and Sterling Emblem. And then as again, Razor Count inside the 200 has 2 lengths on Navajo Flash and Chase Me Charlie, and then Sterling Emblem. Razor Count in front. He looks to hold them safely. He's 2 lengths clear, Razor Count. And in the run home is the Razor Count to win it by 2 lengths to Navajo Flash. Chase Me Charlie a half length away third. 4 lengths to Sterling Emblem, Noble Deed, Hereditas, Future Shock, as again. A gap to Bradley's Lane, Gull Polaris, and Nap Hill dropped out to finish last of all.
Number 10, the winner.
Well, some tired horses at the end of that. Number 10, Razor. Wait's right, correct weight on 10.75. 2 1/4 by a half of the margins.
Far back as they settle the favourite Crimson Pilot with Ideal Realm at Arctic. Ideal Realm dropping back a little now as Arctic Will goes past it, and then Serenata followed by Beulah, Media Scoop. Now after a good jump, Loose Lady starting to lose ground, about a half to 3/4 Samson Grand, and then comes Strictly Family and dropping out to last Track Cruiser. On past the 950, and Corey Bet leads the way. Arctic Will runs to second. Crimson Pilot third inside of Serenata and Drafter. Ideal Realm is next, a length to Beulah, then 3/4 to Samson Grand. Media Scoop on the inside, a length and a half Strictly Family, Track Cruiser the rails, and a length and a half to Loose Lady, who's lost a lot of leeway. 600 out on the Jim Bell Country Championship final, and Corey Bet 3/4 Arctic Will, a length the Crimson Pilot, followed by Serenata, Ideal Realm. Track Cruiser's made ground, then Beulah, Drafter, followed by Samson Grand, and a good margin Media Scoop, Strictly Family, and Loose Lady tailed off as they straighten up now. And Arctic Will is the leader. Got away from Corey Bet. Crimson Pilot second. Third is Serenata on the outside. Down to the 200 metres. Serenata is out after Arctic Will, and Crimson Pilot battling on doggedly. Serenata out under the roses. Races to Arctic Will. On the inside, Crimson Pilot, but Serenata from Goulburn is coming away. And Serenata wins it brilliantly. 3/4 of a length, the Crimson Pilot. Arctic Will third, and this trio straight at their next rival. And that was Corey Bet, followed by Ideal Realm, Drafter, Beulah, Strictly Family, Track Cruiser, Samson Grand. Media Scoop has run second last, and tailed right off was Loose Lady.
Starter about to come over and hit the button. Bimbadine on the inside. Light on. Movement out wide. Mr. Newmarket moving about, racing. Mr. Newmarket fast away. Cangrande going quickly. Bimbadine fast away. Ballerina drifting back off the pace in the early part. It's Cangrande just in front of Bimbadine, driving through in the centre there. Laguna going up just behind the pace. Turpentine is in that bunch as well as they settle down in the red, and Bimbadine, they're the joint leaders. Cangrande is a length away third. Then Newsep. Dan Speeder's a little bit wide. Laguna is next on the inside of Bill's Best. Getting back as Mr. Newmarket, Turpentine and Ballerina on the home second turn, 450 metres out. In the red, just in front of Bimbadine and Can Grande. Dan Speed, he's been wide for the trip. He's 4 wide on the outside. Laguna's just behind them. Then Nusep. Turpentine coming to the outside, running on. And further back, Valerina. Dan Speed's gone to the lead. They're in the straight now. 250 metres to go. Dan Speed in front of Can Grande. Turpentine is trying hard on the outside, but Mick sent him away, Dan Speed. Mick's looking good again. Home you go, Mickey Dittman. Dan Speed's too good for them in the run to the line. Dan Speed first, Turpentine second, third Can Grande, followed by Mr. Newmarket, then Valerina running on. Laguna. Nusep was the next one over the line. Bimbadine Bill's best, and in the red, the last one home.
The toppy Arakazar came out running, but is now taken over by Valerian, who works to the front from Arakazar. Going through the ruck after a modest start was Smart Time Girl. Handsign's going up to give them all something to go on with. Gala Angel's getting a lovely run fourth outside of Arakazar, back to fifth as they have a fight up front. Further back behind them, then Lady Woodrow. The pace is very solid, distinct between horses. On the nickel, takes off around them. Touch of Fantasy goes up on the inside. Further back in the field behind them, Kipara Miss. She's our Blaze, about 8 or 9 off the lead, and last of all, 2 away is the maiden Galloper Talpiro. On the side, Handsign by a length in front of Gala Angel, has had a pretty good run. In third placing, Smart Time Girl, fourth Valerian, and further back on the nickel is making ground. In the centre was Lady Woodrow, Arakazar in a pocket the rail. Touch of Fantasy is also held up inside of horses as they come to the turn into the straight now with 400 to travel. Gala Angel on the outside, revved up and went to the front from Handsign. Valerian is struggling. Arakazar, Touch of Fantasy, got a dream run right through it on the inside, and on the nickel joins in out wide. Gala Angel the leader, but now on the nickel comes at it on the outside, and Touch of Fantasy and Arakazar is still there. Gala Angel and on the nickel, gradually getting to Gala Angel, nose for nose. Gala Angel on the nickel, and Gala Angel is just finding something enough to win. Gala Angel came away on the line to score ahead to on the nickel. Third, I'm not sure. Valerian's there with She's Our Blaze late. Touch of Fantasy got a dream run on the inside, but couldn't go on with it. And they were followed further back behind those then by Arakazar and also Lady Woodrow. Further back Distinct, and back behind that division Talpiro and Smart Time Girl, and Handsign eased down quickly over the line.
Set to break. Off they go now, and Source of Divorce fractionally slow. Lady Capel began fast, and Solid Wood away very quickly. Checkmore is spearing up towards the front as well as they settle into stride, and now Floral Prince. But Solid Wood leads them clearly heading to the 800 metre mark. Solid Wood in front. Checkmore is second. Closer to the middle of the track there are Pride of Tarleton and Prince Makata together. Back behind those is Permai, followed by Lady Capel there with our Floral Prince, and then Source of Divorce. A good way back is Mappingly, followed by back behind those horses Bold Poet and Impertinent Bay is distance last of all at the 400, and across the track they are. Solid Wood under pressure, Checkmore chasing it, Pride of Tarleton and Prince Makata close down the middle of the track, and they're clear of Lady Capel under pressure. And then now Floral Prince, it's Checkmore darting to the lead at the 200, Pride of Tarleton, Prince Makata trying to chase home, and they're followed by Solid Wood and Lady Capel. It's Checkmore in front though with 100 to go. Checkmore is clear by about 2 lengths to Lady Capel. Solid Wood, and Checkmore gets the money. Checkmore a length and a half, Lady Capel second. Source of Divorce flashing home for third on the outside from Solid Wood. Then Pride of Tarleton, Permai, Prince Makata and Mappingly together. They were followed in by our Floral Prince. A long break then to Bold Poet second last, and Impertinent Bay. Saw the lot of them all the way.
Number 7.
7 at a photo, number 7.
Stablemate. Critical Point 3 out, and strolling home is 4 wide and 2 lengths to Magic. Now Craig Carmody has Dance Hall Dame leading about 3/4 of a length on Stony Bay as they pass the judge. Critical Point a length away third, and 2 lengths further back is strolling home, and 2.5 further away in the field is Magic. Well, it was the intention to try and ride Stony Bay from behind, but Stony Bay is keen to run, and you can't pull him around, and Justin Sheehan let him have his head, and Stony Bay about 2 lengths clear now of Dance Hall Dame as they work past the 1800. Critical Point is a neck back inside of Dance Hall Dame. 2.5 lengths to strolling home, at about 3 or 4 lengths to Magic. Racing onto the next corner, sighted near the 1600 metres, and Stony Bay under his 60 kilos leads the way. He's a length and a half on Dance Hall Dame. Third is Critical Point. Another length and a half to strolling home, and 3 lengths to Magic. No change, and the 5 of them enter the back of the course. Along towards the 1400 metres they go, and Stony Bay in front. on by a length and a half still on Dance Hall Dame. Critical Point third on the rails, and then Strolling Home and 2 lengths to Magic. Running down the back of the course and going along to the 1200 marker, so they're getting to the halfway stage now. And Stony Bay is the leader, a length and 3/4 Dance Hall Dame. Critical Point over on the inside from Strolling Home. Moses sitting back quietly on Strolling Home, waiting for the last shot at about 2.5 to 3 lengths to Magic. Stony Bay out of the back straight making play. A length and a half still his break on one of the stable mates, Dance Hall Dame. Critical Point is on the inside of Dance Hall Dame as they come down the side of the course. 1 to Strolling Home at about 3 or 4 lengths to Magic. Over the 850 crossing, still no change whatsoever. And Stony Bay, a length and 3/4 Dance Hall Dame. Critical Point over on the inside, and then comes Strolling Home and 2 lengths to Magic. It'll be interesting to see where Justin Sheehan takes Stony Bay as they start the swing into the straight, whether he's going to head right out into the centre. He's starting to do so now, but he's shaking along Stony Bay, and Critical Point's coming up on his inside. He's never won on the heavy Stony Bay, and I reckon they've just about got him here as they straighten up. Stony Bay almost joined by Critical Point, and Magic on the outside. He's not noted as a wet tracker, but he's gone very quickly to hit the front. Why, gee, this will surprise the stable and trainer Neville McBurney. Magic has raced about a half length, 3/4 Critical Point, and then comes Strolling Home. Stony Bay will run last. Magic still the leader. Critical Point is trying doggedly, but to no avail, and Magic will win it. Magic about a half to 3/4 Critical Point. Third was Strolling Home. Oh, about 8 lengths further off was Dance Hall Dame, and 2 lengths to Stony Bay.
It's Tulloch's Cup. They're set to go now, ready for the Brisbane Cup. Starting signal given. Our Triumph stands up well. They're racing off to a great start. Fresno Canyon began nicely. Indianapolis was fast away, and Bluebird the Word and Yobro, they're going forward in the early part. And Sapio was fired out of the gates. He's moving up on the outside of them as they head into the first turn. He's caught a little bit wide. Magnet Bay on the outside of Our Triumph now drifting back. Then Indianapolis in between horses. Getting back is Present just behind Gentle Win. Jack and Archie's on the rails. Then Nasty Rich. Cronus is back to last in the early part with Star Covet, and Centrofold over on the inside. Well, it's a slowly run cup as they head to the home turn the first time, and as they approach the 2400 metre mark, it's Bluebird the Word taking over. He's crossed him onto the rails to be a length in front of Sapio. Sapio up in a lovely forward position in the early part. He's just one off the fence. He's dropped onto the bit and he's cruising along. Eagle Charge is caught a little bit wide. Fresno Canyon is next inside of Yobro. A length further back to Our Triumph. Jack and Archie inside of Magnet Bay, and Indianapolis is in the centre. Praise Indeed is just a little wide as they come down the straight the first time. Then Gentle Wind. Dark Covered is over on the rails. He's fourth last, then Centrofold, Nastarich, and Cronus, the Brisbane Cup favourite, is last of all. He's 12 lengths from the leader as they go past the winning post the first time. Bluebird the Word is the leader. It's Bluebird the Word leading by a length on Sapio. Look at him, Sapio. He's just dropped onto the bit. He's beautifully relaxed there in second berth. Fresno Canyon is one away third inside of Yobro, and Eagle Charge is having a wide run. He's 3 deep. Our Triumph is next on the inside. Wonder Magnet Bay, then Indianapolis Praise Indeed sneaking in a little bit closer to the rails. Jackanachi is over on the inside, then Gentle Wind and Star Covered. NASA Rich is back third last outside of Centrofold, and Cronus still last of all, about 15 lengths from the leader now as they sweep towards the back past the 1600, and it's Bluebird the Word just sneaking away from them a little bit. He's 2 lengths in front of Sapio, and Fresno Canyon is a half away third. Eagle Charge has never been on the track. He's 3 deep. Yobro in between horses. Our Triumph is next on the inside. Wonder Magnet Bay, then Indianapolis Praise Indeed, then Jackanachi, and there goes Cronus. Cooksley taking him forward on the outside. He's out 3 horses deep, but he's starting to sweep around them. Star Covered is next inside of Gentle Wind, followed by NASA Rich, and now Centrofold is last of all. They're at the 1,000, and it's Bluebird the Word leading by a length. Sapio is running second. Third, Fresno Canyon. Fourth is Eagle Charge. Wonder Yobro in the centre. Then our Triumph Magnet Bay, Indianapolis. Cronus continuing to go forward on the outside. He's working into the picture. A length further back to Praise Indeed, followed by Star Covered, NASA Rich, Jackanachi, then Gentle Wind, and Centrofold is last of all. They head down the side now. 650 metres left to go in the Brisbane Cup, and it's Bluebird the Word. Bluebird the Word is just in front. Sapio is moving closer on the outside. Look at them bunch up as they come onto the corner. Making a dash is Eagle Charge. Cronus is about 5 wide. Magnet Bay is going with him. Nasty Rich is making a big burst. He's just behind them. Star Covered sticking to the inside. Bluebird the Word is joined by Sapio. Sapio's gone to the lead. 300 metres to go. Yobro's the danger. Star Covered is working into the centre in the middle, and he's coming after them. And Praise Indeed right down the outside. Yobro in front. Praise Indeed is coming after Yobro. Praise Indeed coming after Yobro. Yobro, Praise Indeed. Praise Indeed hit the lead right on the line. He's got up to win the cup. Praise Indeed first. Yobro second. Star Covered probably third. Followed in by Our Triumph and Fresno Canyon. Just behind the Magnet Bay, and then Cronus. Bluebird the Word. Well back was Indianapolis. Eagle Charge, Gentle Wind, Jackanachi. Further back in the field, Sapio. Oh boy, he pulled up pretty quickly after going over the line. Sapio, Centrofold and NASA Rich.
You can collect your prizes from the Secretary's office.
Miss it nearly as badly today, but is last on settling with Without Logic, and Brave Mask our way okay. Quickly going to the front out wide, though, is Star Aglow. Amarina's there. Vain Baroness is looking for it. So is Voska. There's a great fight for the lead. Easing back Carnivorous, and so too on the inside, Brave Mask. Around them the grey Salute. Then going up into the firing line out wider now was National Asset. Deeper Kitso's Manor. Further back behind Brave Mask came Switch Master. And back there with it was Bodacious Babe. Second last Stress, and last of all is Without Logic, I suppose 8 off the lead. The leader Voska by a half. Ptolomeo Ken, third Star Aglow wide. Amarina the centre. Vain Baroness on the inside, and then came Salata about to ease around them. Salute. Back behind them Carnivorous, Brave Mask, National Asset, Bodacious Babe, and Kitso's Manor go deep. Gestress goes up on the rail. In the straight, Voska's giving them something to chase. Leads by a couple. Ptolomeo Ken, and then Vain Baroness. Salute's trying to go to them, but it's still Voska doing it well. Down to the 200, still a couple clear. Running on solidly is Bodacious Babe right down the outside, and then Without Logic from well back and National Asset. Voska's gone. Bodacious Babe swept to the front, and Bodacious Babe too. Got a length and a half. National Asset not sure about third. Amarina late. Without Logic out wide. Salute between them, and then Voska back on the inside. They were followed further back behind those then by Star Aglow. Next in behind that division.
Our trivia about to link in and complete the lineup for the Empire Rose Handicap. 2,000 metres, last event of the day. Maui tomorrow, Sandown on Wednesday. All set. Ready to go now for the last event of the day. Light flashing. Good move for Queenstown Kate late in betting, but Robley Lass the favourite. They're all ready. One of them in the middle of the line playing up